Good morning all. Today we have topic Naive Bayes classifier. Based on the Bayesian theorem, Naive Bayes classifier is a simple probabilistic classifier with the strong independent assumptions. It assumes that the presence or absence of a particular feature is unrelated to the presence or absence of another feature. A fruit may be considered to be an apple of if it is red in color, round and about 4 in diameter. Even if these features depend upon the existence of another feature, the classifier considers all of these properties to contribute to the fruit being an apple. So with this, I'm just starting my topic, that is naive Bayes classifier. So now question we have, that is what is naive Bayes? Naive Bayes is among one of the most simple and powerful algorithms for classification based on Bayes' theorem with an assumption of independence among predictors. Naive Bayes model is easy to build and particularly useful for very large data sets. So there are two parts of the algorithm. One is naive and next one is Bayes. The naive Bayes classifier assumes that the presence of a feature in a class is unrelated to any other feature, even if these features depend on each other or upon the existence of the other features. All of these properties independently contribute to the probability that a particular fruit is an apple or an orange or a banana, and that is why it is known as naive. In statistics and probability theory, Bayes' theorem describes the probabilities of an event based on the prior knowledge of conditions that might be related to the event. It serves as a way to figure out conditional probability. So given a hypothesis H and the evidence E, Bayes' theorem states that relationship between the probability of hypothesis before getting the evidence PH and the probability of the hypothesis after getting the evidence PH upon E. So is PH upon E is equal to PE upon H into PH divided by PE. So here the PHE or PE, PH and PEH are the various probabilities with respect to hypothesis and evidence. So this relates the probability of the hypothesis before getting the evidence PH to the probability of the hypothesis after getting the evidence PH upon E. For this reason it is called prior probability, while PHE is called the posterior probability. So the factor that the relate the two PHE upon PE is called likelihood ratio. So using these terms, Bayes theorems can be rephrased as the posterior probabilities equals the prior probabilities times the likelihood ratio. So going to this part, we just this is the important idea why Bayes theorem is required and why we are going through the Bayes theorem. Now we have a Bayes theorem example. Let's suppose we have a deck of cards. We wish to find out the probability of the card we picked at random to be a king given that it is a face card. So according to Bayes theorem, we can solve this problem. First we need to find out the probability. So probability of king, which is 4 by 52, as there are 4 kings in the deck of cards. Now probability of face divided by king is equal to 1, as all the kings are face cards. Probability of face is equal to 12 by 52, as there are 3 face cards in a suit of 13 cards and there are 4 suits in total. So these are the card structure, how many cards we have in form of the king, face and king and face as well. So in the next coming slide we have the real implementation example of which is showing that how we can find out the solve such problem. So this is the problem we need to solve into the next slide. So look at the next slide. As you can see over here, the everything is going on smoothly. So now putting all the values in the Bayes equation, we get the result as 1 by 3. So it is just showing by the for example what value we are getting and what is happening over here. So look at the diagram and look at the image structure by which you can see the complete output. So result will be in form of the 1 by 3 we are getting, as I told you. Next we have game prediction using Bayes theorem. So here we have our data which comprise of the day, outlook, humidity, wind conditions, and the final column being play, which we have to predict. So these are the data we have over here to for game prediction. So here we need to apply Bayes theorem to understand how we can predict the game. Are we able to play such game on the specific day or not? So this is just a problem we have to look out. First, we will create a frequency table using each attribute of the data set. So in the frequency table, you can see the different parameter outlook we have, humidity we have, wind we have. So in the outlook section, we have sunny, overcast, and rainy features. In the humidity, we have the high and normal features, and with respectively, we have the values in form of the yes and no. And if I talk about the bend, so we have the two features, one is strong or weak. So same case we have over here in form of the yes or no values. So in the frequency table you can just note down all the details of what is the parameter we need to for applying the such cases. So frequency table is showing such detail in a small way. For each frequency table, we will generate a likelihood table. So in the diagram, you can see the likelihood of yes given sunny is P, C or X is equal to P, yes or sunny is equal to P, sunny or yes. P means the probability, and into P yes divided by P sunny. So which is just equal to the zero point 0.3 into 0.71 divided by 0.36 is equal to 0.591. So in the image in the diagram you can see such thing. Similarly, likelihood of no given sunny is PC C or X is equal to P no or sunny or equal to P sunny or no into P no divided by P sunny, which is equal to the 0.4 into 0.36 divided by 0.36, which is equal to the 0.40. So now in the same way we need to create the likelihood table for the other attribute as well. Here we have two different likelihood table. So one for the humidity and next one for the bend. So as into the previous slide, we have solved out or find out the likelihood table for the other aspect, that is overcast. So here we have the likelihood table for the humidity and wind. So probability of yes and high, that is given to the 0.42, and probability of the no and high will be given to the 0.58. So same case we have the probability in wind case, that is the probability of yes and peak will be 0.75, while probability of no and peak will be 0.25. So this is the just diagram which is showing there the likelihood table which is required for the computation purpose. Suppose we have a day with the following values. Outlook just equal to rain, humidity is equal to high, wind is equal to peak, and what we need to decide, that is a play. So with the data we have to predict whether we can play on that day or not. So likelihood of yes on that day, the probability of outlook is equal to rain or yes, so which is multiplied with the probability of humidity, and so equal to high or yes, so which is again multiply with the probability of wind is equal to peak and yes, with multiply with the probability of yes. So total value will be the 2 divided by 9 into 3 divided by 9 into 6 divided by 9 into 9 divided by 14, which is equal to 0.0199. So likelihood of the no on that day is equal to probability of outlook is equal to rain or no into probability of humidity is equal to high or no, so which is multiplied by once again the probability of wind, which is equal to the big or no, so which is multiplied again equal to probability of no, so which is equal to in values for term 2 divided by 5 into 4 divided by 5 into 2 divided by 5 into 5 divided by 14, which is equal to 0.0166. So now we normalize this value, then probability of yes will be equal to 0.0199 divided by 0.0199 plus 0.0166, which is equal to 0.55, and probability of no can be calculated by just like equal to 0.0166 and divided by 0.0199 plus 0.0166, which is equal to 0.45. So our model can be say in easy manner that predict that there is a 55% chance there will be a game tomorrow. So this is a simple example we have seen about the game prediction, which will be possible to play on the specific day or not. So with the help of the Bayes theorem, we just find out the solution. So this is just idea about the Bayes theorem with an example so far. Now that you have an idea of what exactly is Navies, how it works, let's see where is it used in the industry. So first one we have news categorization. In this case, starting with our first industrial use, it is a news categorization, or we can use the term text classification to broaden the spectrum of this algorithm. News on the web is rapidly growing, where each news site has its own different layout and categorization for grouping news. Companies use web crawler to extract useful text from HTML pages of news article contains of construct of full text RSS. Each news article content is tokenized, that is also known as the categorized. In order to achieve better classification result, we remove the less significant words. For example, stop word from the document. So we apply the naive Bayes classifier for classification of news content based on news code. So this is just idea about an application. We can say this is a news categorization where we can use naive Bayes. Naive-Bayes classifiers are a popular statistical tool or technique for email filtering. They typically use a bag of words feature to identify spam email, an approach commonly used in text classification. Naive-Bayes classification or classifier work by correlating the use of tokens, typically words or sometimes other things, with the spam and non-spam emails, and them using Bayes theorem to calculate a probability that an email is or is not spam. So particularly words have particularly probabilities of occurring in spam email and in a legitimate email. So for instance, for email users will frequently encounter the word lottery and luck draw in their spam email, but will seldom see it in other emails. Each word in the email contribute to the email's spam probability, or only the most interesting words. This contribution is called the posterior probability and the compute using Bayes theorem. Then the email's spam probability is computed over all words in the email, and then if the total exceeds a certain threshold, let's say 99, the filter will mark the email as a spam. So this is the idea about the spam email checking or classifier or detection. So this is just idea about we have seen into the spam filtering. Next area of the Bayes theorem can be applied into medical diagnosis. So nowadays modern hospitals are well equipped with monitoring and other data collection devices, resulting in erroneous data which are collected continuously through health examination and medical treatment. One of the main advantages of the naive Bayes approach, which is appealing in physician, is that all the available information is used to explain the decision. So this explanation seems to be natural for medical diagnosis and prognosis. For example, or that is close to the way how physician diagnoses patients. So when dealing with the medical data, naive-Bayes classifier taken into account evidence from many attributes to make the final prediction and provide transparent explanations of its decisions, and therefore it is considered as one of the most useful classifiers to weather is one of the most influential factor in our daily life to an extent that it may affect the economic of the country that depends on occupation like agriculture. Weather prediction has been a challenging problem in the meteorological department for years. So even after the technological and scientific advancement, the accuracy in prediction of weather has never been sufficient. So a Bayesian approach based model for weather prediction is used where posterior probabilities are used to calculate the likelihood of each class level for input instance, and the one with maximum likelihood is considered resulting output. These are the three references for making this video I am using. Thank you all of you for listening this video. Thank you once again.